I mean, hell, I don't think I can keep the balance in nature that I don't think I can keep the balance in nature. Well, balance. I mean, think about it. There are these serious kaiju that you have to fight in the MonsterVerse. There's Shiramiro. That guy constantly regenerates and makes another version of himself when you rip off a piece of him, right? Yeah. Then there's Muto Prime. That guy is real serious. I think the malest Nemo Muto I can handle on my own, but Muto Prime, I think that's a different story. Right? I think Muto Prime will pummel the living crap out of me. Then there's King Ghidorah, a three-headed space dragon. I don't think I can handle King Ghidorah or like that. Plus, it's three heads against one. I don't think I can handle King Ghidorah how the way you did in your movie. How the way you handled King Ghidorah, you handled him like a boss. Mothra was only there for being a punching bag. Hey! And yes, while I agree that your movie only made the Godzilla Mothra shipping even more toxic than it already is, well, than it already was back at the time, but you also handled Mechagodzilla, and yes, if I hadn't distracted you, you probably would have handled Mechagodzilla all on your own. Hell, I think the director, Adam Wingard, he even confirmed it, saying that you could have handled the Mechagodzilla all on your own without my help, if I hadn't distracted you. Which I will admit, that is my fault. If I knew what you were trying to do at the time, I would have been like, okay, hey, okay, big guy, I know you're not after me. You're after someone else, so I'm just gonna be like, you know what, there you go. And, look, you can do a good job on keeping the balance of nature. You may not be the king of the monsters anymore, but you're still a king. And, yes, Minus One's films are way better than all of our films combined. And we just have to wait and see how Godzilla x Kong the New Empire goes. And if it's slightly better than Godzilla vs. Kong, then it's slightly better. Yeah, but there's no doubt about it that there's no way that our movie, Godzilla x Kong the New Empire, can surpass Minus One's movie. Minus One may be the best movie in 2023, but there's no doubt that his movie is the best Godzilla movie out of them all. His movie is the best out of all the Godzilla movies combined. There's no way that we can surpass Minus One's movie. If anything, we'll just probably only get a mere fraction amount of money or respect or popularity that he got in his movie. Not only that, I heard that his movie got back in theaters because of a black and white edition, I think. Which makes it even worse for me. Look, Legendary, I know how you feel. I really do. I understand where this anger and hatred is coming from. I had that exact same anger and hatred towards you back in 2019 to 2020 to 2021. I saw you as an inferior king of the monsters, and I thought I could be the king of the monsters. But when our film got canceled back in 2020, I had to hold in my anger and hate. And then when we finally got our chance to fight back in 2021, I realized that you're the king, that you were the king for a reason, and I'm just the king of an island. And I respected you for that. You actually got my respect, Godzilla, when you showed me what you were really capable of. So that's why I never challenged you ever again. Not like it mattered, because Godzilla retook the title as King of the Monsters. And, well, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't even matter in the end, because -1 is the new king. Like, there's no way I can be -1. Legendary, stop taking his movie as a bad thing and take it as a good thing. Maybe one of these days you could take a page out of his book. There's a lot of people are saying that -1's movie is telling Hollywood to wake up and make their movies better. Take a page out of their book. The same thing goes for Disney. It's not just Hollywood that -1 literally destroyed when it comes to the box office. It's also Disney. Wait, what? Disney got the same thing too? Oh yeah, it's not just Hollywood. -1 flat out humiliated Disney. And when I heard about that, I actually busted out laughing. So it's not just Hollywood that -1 basically is humiliating. He also humiliated Disney too. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. So -1's film is trying to tell both Hollywood and Disney to wake up and make their movies better. Stop with these over $200 million budgets. And do only a mere small fraction of that amount of money. Because, like, -1's film has a budget of over $15 million. And the film is that good. Like, literally, your movies, Godzilla, your movies, Legendary, and my movies, we only did, like, what, like $100 to $200 million budget? -1 did it to a mere fraction of that amount of money. Yeah, but what if he continues? Like, what if he continues making more movies, and they continue to surpass our movies? Then we'll just have to live with it. Look, if -1 does continue through the Ray-Ra era with his movies, or I don't know how many the director has in mind, even if he has like 20 or 13 Godzilla movies in mind, I mean, there's no harm on just coexisting side by side. Our movies are goofy and has some weird elements to it, but they're still good to the public eye. And -1 could be that whole dark and serious movie. What I'm trying to say is, Legendary, you're still a king. You're just not the king. even if you don't want to like minus one, just try to have respect towards him. The same way how I had respect towards you back in 2020 and won after our movie was done and after you finally defeated me. Not only once, but basically twice. You kicked my ass. Not only once, but twice. And you showed me why you were the king. And maybe the same can be said for you and minus one. I I still can't believe how much disrespect I'm getting now these days. Look, Legendary, I understand how you're feeling, and I know that over time, you'll let go of this hatred for minus one. It may not be now, it may not be this year or even next year, hell, it might even take a few years. But I know that deep down, you and minus one can find a way to make amends. Thanks for trying to cheer me up, Kong. I guess I needed it. But nothing's still gonna stop me from challenging minus one to a fight. Fine by us. Well, can I be alone for a bit, you guys? Sure thing, Godzilla. Come on, guys. Let's leave him alone. One way or another, minus one, I'll still fight you. One way or another, hopefully I'll reclaim my title as King of the Monsters. And if not, well then, maybe Colin's right. Maybe I can try to find a way to coexist with you. But then again, they also have a good point. I'm the king of nature. I should try to consider that being enough for me. I still liked it better when I was the king of the monsters.